Hi you guys, thanks for joining me today. Today is the big craft room makeover reveal. I am so excited to show you what has happened. I really have been enjoying my space, so let's get right to it. So as you can see, here is my desk all set up in my room. Here are the little inspiration pieces I showed you in the last video. I've got my thrifted lamp that I spray painted with sort of that deep turquoise aqua color. That little red tin belonged to my mom. That was my inspiration for the colors for this room. I have this little nameplate that I added. I made this like 15 years ago, you guys, and I just cut it down to add to the front of my desk. This was a teacher's desk originally, and it just reminded me of those nameplates we had in school on our desks. I also love my glass craft mat. I just can't do without it. It's so great. I can cut directly on it. I can use it for painting and watercolors. It's fantastic. I like to store a lot of my loose items in these little covered jars. I got those at IKEA. Of course, just an open mouth jar, canning jar for my scissors. Up here on the wall, I have my little thrifted shelving. I like to put little items. And here I have a photo of my mom, Dolores, who passed away 23 years ago. She was a wonderful woman, an artist, an inspiration. You guys, she taught me everything I know. So I like to have her there watching over me. Here I have a little collage that I did several months ago. And then we're moving on to my paper storage. I like to have projects that I'm working on in individual dividers. And that way I can stop and then move on to them. And then I like my paper collections. I store horizontally in these paper bins. That's just the way I like to do it. I've got my little die cutting station right here on this table. My editing station with my computer. That table used to be my daughter's. It's from IKEA. These drapes really pulled the room together. I got these on Amazon. I'll link that below. I've got some birch branches that I cut off from a tree in my backyard and put them in a jar that belonged to my husband's grandfather. This mirror, more on that later, but I also rehabbed that one. I've got my little, what I call my candy jar, but it's my jar of ribbons here. And then this, you guys, is the dresser that belonged to my mom. And I kind of rehabbed this as well, painted it with chalk paint, and then sprayed the handles black. Had to remove them first, of course, and then just added those back on. This is what it looked like to start with, you guys. It needed a lot of work. I did a lot of sanding on that, but it was really a joy to bring this back to life. If you want more information on this, I have all kinds of photos and video of me rehabbing this. Let me know if you're interested. Also, the finish. I tried to duplicate what was on my desk that we purchased. I thought it turned out pretty well. I love the drawers. This provides me so much storage, you guys. They're divided, so I can add things like my cardstock and things like that. That's Spanky. Spanky is my little craft room mascot. I got him at Joann's last spring. And then back to my big jar of ribbon, you guys, my candy jar. I have so much more ribbon. This is just barely scratches the surface, but I love to display it. It makes me happy. And then I've got this large bookcase, which I also thrifted, and then the bins I bought at Target. And then my wonderful, fabulous sister-in-law, Carrie, bought me this really great label maker for Christmas. It's right here. I still have to learn how to make it, how to use it. I'm going to label beneath all of those bins so I can know where the rest of my ribbon stash is, my stamps and cutting dies, everything goes into those bins. It's really easy to find. The mirror, once again, I've had this in my home for many, many years, and I just sprayed that with a little bit of color to make it really pop, and that was just a really easy fix for this mirror. Hung it back up, and I really love how the light bounces from the window onto that mirror, and it really helps brighten the room. So yeah, definitely add mirrors into your craft room, you guys. It just makes the light so much better. Yeah, you guys, I had so much fun showing you my craft room. It's really inspiring to me. I hope you get some ideas to use in your own space. Thanks for joining me. If you want to see more things like this, I'm working on a guest room in my house that used to be my daughter's room. So yeah, more to come on remaking spaces. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next time.